I wanted to talk about something and share something because the emphasis on what I'm teaching has changed slightly over the last months or so. And about 2 years ago, I started just making a lot of tuition in holographic breathing free of charge. I started videoing the seminars that I was running, and I would edit these and put the sound with them and just put them out free of charge online, which I was really happy to do because I wanted people to know about holographic breathing. And it wasn't a small task. I mean, in the end, this was probably thousands of hours of work, especially, there was a whole series of videos about the brain, the cranial fluid, the neural system, and how that works. And it was something I wanted to share because I think these videos will be really useful for anybody, well, any healers, anybody interested in their own healing and evolution, but also especially for cranial workers. It gives a whole view of our anatomy, of our brain, of the cranial fluid, that I haven't seen explained or talked about anywhere else. It is my inner view of it, but when explained with the anatomy, it does make more sense than how it is scientifically explained. The scientific version of how the cranial fluid moves and works does not stand up to investigation, even in the simplest forms. It doesn't. So for me, I was surprised that the way I described it does actually stand up to scientific investigation, and is how a lot of people feel it in themselves. How cranial workers often palpate and feel it, but didn't have the anatomy to explain it. I've described the anatomy, I've given meditation so people can work with it with holographic breathing and enhance that whole system. And these videos took a long time, adding all the pictures, getting the sound right, editing it, labeling all the pictures. A lot of the pictures were pictures that I painted over about 2 years just to be able to describe what I was trying to explain. And also videos about working with earth energies and sacred sites, and in particular the working with the sites at Chequers, the sacred site Chequers, which again I don't think anybody knows about other than myself. I've never seen it described or pictured, shown the actual physical geometry of it and the energetics of it, and how people can work with that themselves at home, or actually go there, and how it relates to our own body. So that is all there, and there are lots of other different general videos and tutorials as well, and that went on for a good couple of years. And to start off with, it was driven by a sense of my own mortality. I did want to document the whole, or everything I knew of holographic breathing before I passed. And my life has probably been saved by holographic breathing. I was dying of Lyme's disease. Another bout of pneumonia and I probably would have been gone. I was going from chest infection to pneumonia to chest infection to pneumonia. I really was not healthy, and it was caused by my whole system being undermined by Lyme's disease. And I received the holographic breathing, and my health started improving, and I started teaching that. So it was a gift, and I realized I had a gift that I wanted to give to humanity, because nobody else had this. Nobody else had the system. Nobody had the information, and it was coming to me full on all the time. I'd wake up in the night and I would be doing holographic breathing and be kind of receiving information from these different guides, how it all works. But after about 2 years, what I thought was, when I go back to making videos and downloads, the paid for ones, they're not expensive in any way, that people would automatically want to move over to those. But that did not happen. When I started putting up the videos of the paid for seminars, which are normally initiations into how holographic breathing, people just had all this huge body of free information and would just seem to be interested in that. And all of the previous downloads that I'd made, that I used to sell, and they were normally about 18 to 20 pounds each, and would be 2 or 3 hours worth of seminars and meditations. People had stopped buying those. People just wanted the free work. And I started feeling undervalued, and I started feeling that holographic breathing, that I'd undervalued it a bit by making it free of charge, which I don't actually think is true now. But I was saddened, really, that didn't automatically happen, that people didn't actually think it worthy of contributing something back. And I did start realizing that when you do give something away for free, quite often the people watching it and doing it don't put so much value to as if they had paid for something that they'd actually had to contribute to. So, and I'm really happy with all of the free seminars. But I realized for it to go further, I couldn't just work away and give it all away free of charge. It had to be a give and take, an equal exchange of energies. Now, I wasn't asking much, just there's nothing actually for the amount of work to make these videos and all that goes into it. I really don't receive a lot, but I just wanted that forwards backwards. It just felt nice to me when someone said, oh yeah, look, have something back for this inspiration, wisdom, system you're providing. So I'm not saying nobody did that, but you know, people were coming and doing that, and that felt healthy. And I also realized it was joining people to holographic breathing, that when people contributed back to it, that in some way that made them feel more part of it. They were contributing to me, so I could carry on and have enough income to put this work out. I'm not a rich person, you know. I've dedicated my life to something that hasn't really financially given me a big income. I mean, my main income is really doing healing sessions. So, and I'm not rich. I live in a van, you know, and I know that is by choice, but I live in a kind of a converted van, and I stay in different places, and I'm okay with that. But I don't have a big house. I don't have a big income. Through an unfortunate affair about 8 years ago, I went bankrupt. I had a bad investment. I lost everything, and at the same time I came to the point where it was before that, well, no, about the same time I was dying of Lyme's disease. So I became homeless, and I was living on a boat before, and I didn't want to live in a house, so I just bought a van and fitted it out, and I'm kind of okay with that existence because I've got a very small footprint. I don't need all of these mod cons that people have. I just have a small camping stove, I've got a multi-fueled fire, I've got a bed, I've got my laptop, I've got my camera, and that's about it, really. I cause very little pollution. But I'm not rich, and I've dedicated, quite often the person who brings something through isn't the person who financially benefits from it. There is the satisfaction of bringing something through that I feel has the ability to transform the human race. I really feel that. It's happened for me on levels that I can't even start to describe. I can't even put it into words. The changes that have happened to me, certainly over the last 5 years, and I can't say it's been easy in any way, the transformation, but there's been such a potent change, I cannot even start to describe that. So there is a potency to holographic breathing, and it is something I want to give to mankind. But I can no longer just freely work. So all of the videos that I do charge for, and all of the downloads that I do charge for, and they're not expensive, they're about 1/3 of the price of what I used to do them. They're £5 or £6 for a 2 or 3 hour seminar and meditation. It's not expensive by any stretch of the imagination. All of the ones that are about the inner workings of holographic breathing, the inner energies of holographic breathing, the different activations that makes that work. All of those type of videos I'm starting to charge for. And I don't really see it as like I'm a businessman trying to make money out of you. I see it as there needs to be an interaction, and by people paying, it provides that interaction. It provides me, I can buy food, I can have healing, because I'll be perfectly honest with you, I live on that level. All that I put out and all that I do, I still live on that level, and I'm not upset with that, because you know, I do have organic food, I have a warm place to live, I have a warm bed. That's kind of, I'm okay with that. But I do need a certain income, and I have just been working for free for quite a long time, in not for doing my healing work, hands-on sessions, but in relationship to the holographic breathing, which is the thing. You know, I can give healing sessions and that's great, but it can't have the ongoing effect as if I give a healing system that everyone can do for themselves. That goes on beyond the end of my lifetime. When I'm gone, that will still be there. And that is what I am doing here now with these videos, with these audio downloads. I am providing a system openly. So at a very inexpensive price, people can buy them, and then when I die, they're all still there. It can't be taken by someone and say, oh no, actually it really works in this way. It's great if people turn and say, well, yeah, there's that and also this, but my original work will always be there, hopefully, after I've gone, which is important to me, that I can give something and I find a way that that thing can keep its integrity. I've got little doubt that other people will take it further later, but it's nice to have it encapsulated in a way that it is me. So if you enjoy holographic breathing, if you feel it transformational, if you feel it helpful in your life, please don't hold back, or to a big degree, of giving a little back in exchange, because these videos that are paid for, and again it's not much, they are the ones that will change the way you're doing holographic breathing. They will make it more potent, they will make it deeper. And you know, you can go back to the free videos which are about things. They're about working with earth energies, about working with the brain, different things, and then when you do them again, your experience of it is on a whole new level, because the way you're doing holographic breathing is different. It's upgraded. This work is evolutionary. It evolves. It's deeply tied in with creation. It's deeply tied in with the earth. It's deeply tied in with the universe. It is of the same thing. It is not separate from that. It is not a technique that you're planting on the breath. It's something, excuse me, that I think we're evolving into, and was the information when it first came through. And I asked the question, why are not more people doing this? Why has that not been done? Or to my knowledge, sorry, I've got a hair in the back of my throat. Why has that not been done? And the answer was because it's evolutionary. Now has come the time for people to learn this. Excuse me. I've got a tingle from a hair in my throat. So that is why, and now that is where the energy has moved. The energy is not so much in the free videos. I will still make free videos, but the energy has moved now. So there's going to be much more online seminars. There's going to be, and these are all to do with activations, all to do with the inner workings of holographic breathing. So there has been a change. It's no longer me just working away free of charge and giving something away. It's now an exchange. And by engaging in that exchange, by giving something for what you're receiving, for me, it makes what you receive more profound. You more become part of it. You more can own it. In my opinion, what I'm realizing now, that when you give something back, it gives it more meaning, it gives it more value. Anyway, so that is the particular direction. The free videos are still free, and I'm really happy. And I'm really happy however you want to do holographic breathing. If you only want to do the free ones, if you only just learn the first part, great, fantastic, that's wonderful. And if you want to go on and take it deeper, contribute back to this tree that's growing here, there is an energy to this tree, there is a reality, I can feel it growing, then at the moment I feel that important. Okay, thank you for listening.